Chad gets it for free, but the nice guys gotta wait. Still, women wonder why they're single and no man really wants to commit. If, at all, he'll do the bare minimum to get some punani and nothing else.
And only him.
So, you've had a one-night stand. However, you're making a man wait.
I'm not making anyone wait right now, but yeah.
Right, but you said you have a 3-month rule. So, you find a guy and he knows this information. Why would you make him wait?
Just, I mean, I said it to see if...
Well,
but then you don't make these one-night stands wait. I think that's where it doesn't make sense.
So a man,
Is she
a man in his head.
relationship with that one night stand, or
A man-
does she just want to
a man in
hook
his-
up? There is a big difference with pursuing a relationship with somebody and just wanting to hook up with somebody.
but I don't like how we compartmentalize how we treat sex. Like, okay, if you don't want anything from the guy and you just want casual sex, just fuck him right away. Whereas the guy who you actually value and he values you and he wants a relationship with you, make him wait. I think you honestly should have the same standard across the board.
The dating scene is broken. Men are done with this crap. If women wonder why they're single and childless once they hit the wall, they'd better revisit these kinds of things. But yeah, it will be men's fault, in particular, Chad's. Let's take some comments. It's not complicated. She makes rules for simps who make the attempt, yet Chad and Tyrone are all exempt. Imagine if a guy took a girl he was just hooking up with to Michelin star restaurants while he took the girl he wants a relationship with to McDonald's. That's what it's like. Prime example of women setting rules for betas and breaking them for alphas. The beta is patient and puts up with her bullshit in hopes of getting her, while the alpha couldn't care less about her J's because he knows they are standard on every model. It puts her in the chase position and him in the position of power. He is gone if she doesn't give him something to stick around for, and she knows it. That's the game in a nutshell. Round of applause for these future single mothers. The 3-month rule is how she wants to be perceived. The one-night stand is who she really is. There's no reason to treat a woman like a treasure when she's proven herself a free sample. Them trying to justify being a 304 by making a dude wait but getting ran through on one-night stands is beyond stupid at this point.
What would you want his income to be? I feel like this is gonna sound bad. I feel like 300,000.
I would have to say 127. Probably 150 to $250,000 a year.
$500,000?
Ideally, my husband needs to be making like 650,000.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh.
So you said you want 500K, but what do you think the median income is for a 30-year-old?
60K? 70K?
It is $45,000.
Women that are 5 times worse than the women your grandfather dated want you to bring 5 times more to the table. That's real inflation. That's real loss of value. And also, ladies, why aren't you holding these earning standards for yourselves? I thought we lived in a genderless society.
Delusional modern women. Well, by definition, modern women are delusional anyway. Their fantasies are all about using their husband's money to buy stuff they don't need, while in reality, it's perfectly possible to live with $45,000 in some parts of America and, yeah, other parts of the world. That's another reason why men become expats, by the way, not only because modern women are bad chicks who want top-tier men, while offering nothing besides looks. Let's check some comments. No wonder these women think they're being underpaid. They have no understanding about wages. Works at McDonald's but expects you to make $500K a year. My mom gave me a piece of sound advice in my early years. If you don't want a man when he's poor, he won't want you when he's rich. So, at 23, I married a man who made $15 an hour. He was 25. 12 years together now. I won't say how much he makes now, but it's enough that I haven't had to work in 10 years. We live in a middle-class home, and I am able to homeschool, homestead, and garden to my heart's content with very few worries. He was a total catch. It's called Hoflation. Speaking of Hoflation, here's a masterclass.
Are you against Passport Bros or?
I understand the fundamentals of it for those who have done everything in life to make sure they are a man. But if you're not a man, I don't think you deserve that, honestly. Because not only that, you're going to be with a girl, you're going to make her miserable. She's going to have kids with you. And that's just a whole generation of...
What do you mean you're going to make her miserable?
If you don't have your life together, what makes you think you know how to appreciate a traditional wife?
Oh, so you're saying in the context of passport bros?
Yeah. Because, I mean, we're talking about, like, relationships here. He has 3 that he can handle. He could do that, but if some other guy who's living here who's never had an idea of what a male figure is in his life, he's going based off of whatever little content he picks from the internet. He's saying, well, I want a traditional wife. But therefore, he doesn't even have, like, a credit score. He doesn't even have, like, his life in check. He's still driving the hoopty from high school. But you want a traditional girl. Like, what happens when you bring that girl over here? You're going to basically make her a Western woman, and she's going to realize, like, this guy really doesn't have his shit together. And now she's going to cheat on you.
You know what the solution to that is? Don't bring it to America.
I think that's a cop-out. I think that's a cop-out.
It's the solution, though.
Why do you think she married you? For the American culture. You're going to marry her and keep her in her country when she really wants to come over here. I think that's selfish.
I agree with your hypothesis that most of the girls that are probably matching up with these hot passport boys or whatever, they're doing it for the green card. I get the point.
The key thing when it comes to the passport pros is men in Western countries are dissatisfied with the behavior of Western modern women, and they're looking to South America and Asia for more feminine traditional women.
I think you're a bit ignorant to, like, the average guy's experience. Consider this, right? The average guy today, his granddad had to put in a quarter of the work to get the kind of woman that is 4 times as amazing. His grandmother was an amazing woman and a very, very feminine, natural woman. And his granddad really didn't have to do the kind of work he has to do right now as a young man in the Western world.
So you're talking about Hoflation.
Yes, it's Hoflation.
Hoflation. So modern men have to work 5 times harder than their grandfathers did for women 20 times worse than what their grandmothers were. Women are asking for way more now and bringing the least.
I'm just saying there's hope is all I'm saying. There is hope.
We're not saying that there aren't good women in Western countries. That's not what we're saying at all. However, there are certain realities in the dating landscape. For example, it's kind of always been the case, but when social media was introduced and when dating apps were introduced, you basically have women who are all chasing after the top tier of men. Hypergamy, I'm sure you're familiar with the term. So all these women, they're all chasing after the top tier of men. Men will welcome the easy access to sex.
Inflation and Hoflation are very similar, or not, but the thing is that the value of modern women is declining while their lists of requirements are getting longer day by day. At least in the workplace, you can get a raise from time to time. Let's check some comments. Imagine an actual economist studying Hoflation and presenting it on the news. Now, all of a sudden, they care about the well-being of their sisters in non-feminist countries. Competition is their kryptonite. The premise that most passport bros don't have their life in order is inherently flawed. I'm seriously considering looking elsewhere for more traditional women. I make decent money and do very well with attracting women, but I'm just too rational to accept the bad ROI of dating a modern woman. When you hear some men say that women can't handle the truth, it's just the way it is. Sorry, not sorry. We live supposedly in the era of tolerance, and effectively, we live in times of the easily offended. No matter what you say or how you say it, someone will get offended. And sorry, not sorry, if a girl is a hoe, she's a hoe. No concessions.
You guys might make $1 million on only... You're trading $1 million for 45 to 70 years of loneliness. $1 million is a house.
But they said they're okay with
It's not worth it, dude. There's a lot of life to live. She gave up a 3-year marriage to go to Miami. A 3-year marriage for Miami. She said, well, he didn't let me go to Miami.
You say men?
She threw away a 3-year marriage.
Sir, you're making her cry.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. We just been through a lot and I don't know what else to do.
All right, well, I guess...
I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn it now.
The truth hurts. Women can't handle the truth. They really can't, bro.
She might cry as much as she wants, but she deserves being told the truth. If she dumps a 3-year marriage just to go to Miami and land a bad boy or any top-tier man who will probably pump and dump her, she does not deserve to be praised at all. Women have 2 weaknesses: accountability and the truth. Look how he softened up when he saw her crying. Women don't understand. We would like to talk to you guys all gentle and delicate, but if you come with this masculine attitude, then we forget you're a woman and start talking to you like a dude. She got obliterated in Miami, and then this dude made her cry about it. She only cried to claim victim status because she was being called out on her stupid and selfish decisions. A woman's tears are only genuine when she cries in private. Red pill wisdom. She probably only realized how shitty her decision was at that moment. She didn't go to Miami to network, she went to Miami to be a 304. Props to the dude that curbed her, and she chose Miami over him. Self-respect is priceless. She cried because she had never been told cold, hard facts. Speaking of decisions, if a woman decides to know herself by riding the carousel, she's free to do so, but she'd better deal with the consequences of her dirty actions. If she's lost all pair bonding skills and all she can think of is a former dude that banged her in a certain position, the next guy will have it hard to satisfy her. As if intercourse was everything, but yeah, these women don't care about beautiful families, but rather sleeping around.
Yo, Gus, thank you for the $10 super chat. When they say I want to experience life, see what I like, travel, not ready to settle down, all I hear is I'm going to be ran through with baggage, and my future man better accept me as I am delusional.
Can I come on? Wow.
Delusional. Go ahead.
What is so wrong with wanting to be alone? Like, I don't understand. It's like so many men just get so upset when you say like, yeah, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I'm not looking for anything serious right now. Making it seem like I'm going out and fucking the whole world. I've been single since March, okay? I've slept with 2 women and 1 man since then. Oh my God, I'm a hoe, bag, take me to hell. Like, it's so contradictory. Like, just say you get no fucking puss then, if that's such a hoe-ish behavior to do. I know everyone is different, everyone has their different opinions, but I think it's kind of crazy.
I think it's because a lot of women lie about that and say they're single and don't really know what single means. Like, a lot of people, like I said before, will be like, oh, I'm healing. They're sucking 20 peepees. How the fuck is that healing?
Yeah,
think about that. I'm not saying you in general, but single is like you alone, no dating apps. You doing your own thing, going to the gym,
That's
not
why
fucking around, you know?
I'm like, in 10 months, if I've happened to have relations with 3 people.
Did you just say relations?
Relations, yeah. Relations with 3 people, like, I just don't understand how that's like end all, be all, especially 2 of them being women, like I said. So 1 man in the past 10 months. So I've slept with, now let's break it down. I've slept with 2 men since 2019 because I don't want to date anybody right now. Like, it doesn't add up to my brain, like, at all. Like, I know I don't want a relationship, but sorry, I don't. Sometimes you want it.
Okay.
I gotta be celibate for the rest of my life. Like, I'm not waiting till marriage, so that's not what I've ever claimed to be doing.
Well, I think here's like what we translate in our heads as guys when we hear women say, I just want to find myself. I just want to, explore, find myself. Here's what we're thinking. Getting ran through. That's what we think.
These are the same men who want submissive women, right? You want a woman who is going to be submissive and listen to you and stay at home when you want her to stay home and not hang out with her friends when you want her to hang out with her friends. So what is wrong with me taking a few years out of my life to do that so I don't have to sit and argue or make somebody upset? I can do whatever the I want. Doesn't mean it has to be game. It could be just, I don't know, hanging out with my friends, not responding to my phone 25/8, things like that.
Wait, 25/8?
You ever heard of the saying 25/8? Come on. Be for real. 24/7, 25/8. It's like a dramatic way. It's like a hyper thing, like. Okay, yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I've never
Maybe
heard
it's
that.
AAVE. I don't know.
It's AA?
AAVE.
You're in Alcoholics Anonymous?
Oh my god.
Oh, how long have you been sober? Wait, you're a bartender. Hello?
Is he being serious right now?
Wait.
African American Vernacular English is AAVE.
Oh.
I couldn't. I was thinking though too. Sorry, sir. I was thinking the same thing. And I'm black.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, what were we talking? You working on yourself.
Okay, I think when did I ever fucking say that? I just said I wanted to be single. Y'all kept saying that I'm trying to heal myself and work with myself. I never fucking said that. I just said I don't want to be up underneath somebody else's asshole all day. Like, I want to do my own thing. Like,
hey, don't knock it till you try it.
I have. Not that way.
Good times, good times.
Excuses. And guess what? After finding themselves, they might say that they've found God. A man is still going to want to marry me after I've slept with hundreds of men. Funny joke, ain't happening. She found herself by sleeping with the entire defensive front seven of her college's football team. She said, I don't want to be underneath someone's asshole all day, which says a lot about how she views relationship dynamics. And to clarify for anyone who missed it, one of her main issues is her refusal to submit in a marriage/relationship. If she stays this course, she'll never have a successful marriage with a real man because she's already chosen rebellion. She will lay waste to everything she puts her hands to. It makes me sad that women use the term find themselves, and usually that is code for exactly what was referenced. Partying, sleeping around, doing recreational drugs, living it up basically. I've seen it so many times. In my early 20s, I found myself by doing some deep soul searching, reflection, focusing on my education, and getting into a healthier physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual state. Praise God that during this time, I crossed paths with the man who would become my husband through a mutual interest group. We weren't even looking for each other. He had no baggage and lived alone. I had healed from my baggage and still lived with my family. Same values, vision for the future, and he was upfront in telling me he wasn't dating for fun, but for a wife. No games, heartache, or toxicity. Just honesty, transparency, and eventually, true love. Officially started courting in 2013, engaged in 2014, married in 2015. I bring this up because I wish people meant this when they say they're finding themselves, that more people in today's day could really find a love that lasts with someone they trust, that they know what it meant to respect themselves and others, that they'd play the long game. If you want to be a wife or a husband to someone someday, you need to cultivate it in your character starting now. You will not just wake up one day and be that person. That takes years of intentional work. If you attempt to bring that same selfish, self-centered, hedonistic mentality into a marriage, you will be unhappy and will destroy it. Period. Any woman who thinks she can live it up now and will be submissive to a husband, assuming she can even find one later, is deluding herself. Even if they reap the appropriate consequences of their decisions, it still makes me sad for them, and even more so any children born into that situation. You don't find yourself indulging in vices and after having your fun, go, I'm ready now. You find yourself by thinking what is the most noble of goals to aim for, what's the better outcome for your family and yourself. Kiko and other girls say that after finding themselves, they might say that they found God. But hell nah, ain't no man around here who will swallow your fake spirituality.
After she dated the bad boy, she said she changed. She was a new person, and she decided, found God. And women tend to find God around like 27 to like 30s, early 30s, because it's in like time's running out. So they need to it's a mating strategy. So they need to basically say, I'm more pure than I actually am, and like I'm a higher value woman than I actually am, basically.
Guys, thanks for checking out this video. Stay tuned for more daily content. Like, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.